Here is our instructional technology homepage. I was saying, um, this is, I was saying right here are some big announcements. These are the things that we get requests for the most. So this is a great place to look if you, it will probably be here if it's something you need right away. If not, definitely look in our help center. I want to make note of the Professional Development Center because today we just scheduled the rest of our webinars for the rest of the school year. So we've added an additional Schoology webinar, a fourth one. And then we added, I think, 2 or 3, maybe 2 blended learning webinars. So those will take us through the rest of this school year. We might add some more, but you can go to our website here and try and sign up and register and join us again. Okay, so those are our webinars. This is the link to our instructional technology homepage. And then this is our code for our Schoology group. If you're not in our group, go ahead and join. And then if you're on Twitter, you can follow Karen and I there on Twitter as well. So here are the topics for today. So this is Blended Learning Part 2. You didn't need to be here for the other one or the coming up ones. We're just doing all different topics of blended learning so you can catch up if you want to, or you'll be fine if you just come in and listen to 1 or 2. We also have the recordings on our website for all of them. Let me quick show you those. They're below all the stuff you sign up for, and they're down here, all of the archived webinars. So you can always go back and watch them if you want to. Okay, so here are our topics. I'm just going to quickly retouch on the blended learning models, which we talked about last time. We'll talk about how you insert videos into Schoology. YouTube Live, which hopefully not a lot of people know about, that they'd like to learn. It's really easy. And then we also have EdPuzzle, which we talked about at our instructional technology night, but I'll just do like a quick refresher too. Okay, so these are the blended learning models. Let me make them a little larger. Karen talked about them last time. There's lots of blended learning models, but these are the ones that we really focus on in Red Clay. We promote the flipped classroom, which is the model that flips the traditional classroom to have it be at home. And instead of having a lecture in school, maybe the lecture is recorded or a video is recorded that will just show a skill, and then the students would be able to complete and watch that video at home. Then based on that information and data from at home, the teacher is able to use that to guide their instructional practices and their lessons the previous day or the upcoming lessons. So the teacher would need to look at that information that the students completed at home to then enhance and instruct their lessons for the classroom. So then the teacher's not just redoing what they talked about at home, but they're using that information to reteach or do some targeted instruction. So that's flipped classroom. We've also seen flipped classroom used in the station rotation model, which is the other model that we like. So a teacher could still create videos, and then the students just then watch those videos during the station. And then again, that information from the video is then used to create future instruction. The station rotation, and I think, there we go. So these are both station rotation. So over here we have, this is usually like kind of the traditional stations here on the right. So the teacher has the small group that they've planned previously, and students are maybe doing something online, or they have some collaborative activities. Online station is maybe like an independent activity. And then over here, you still have the station. So you have this model shows independent, collaborative, online. It could be anything, any sort of center. And then over here, the teacher, they call this tutoring, but maybe it's, it may not necessarily have like a lesson plan, but maybe the teacher knows, like for writing example, they're going to have to pull some students and do like some peer review, some peer editing, and like for math, maybe they know these certain kids have a problem with this topic, and we're going to just quickly reteach or use like some different manipulatives or something to reteach. So they're very similar, but these are how the Institute, the Christensen Institute shows them. Okay? So thinking about station rotation and the flipped classroom, you kind of have to think about, well, what are the students going to be doing at home or in their station? So thinking about that content and curating that content. So you can get videos online, like on YouTube, Discovery Ed, or you could create your own videos. Once you get the videos, how you insert them into Schoology. We use Schoology as our hub for learning, so I like to think of everything would be there, and anything that you want students to complete, that's where it would be located. Okay, so there's 3 ways, well, actually more than 3. There's a couple of different ways that you can insert videos into Schoology. And these are the ways that I find the easiest. Okay, so anywhere you see this button, this insert content button, it's like an arrow pointing in. Okay, that's where you would be able to insert something else. So you could come to this button and just come right over here and click YouTube. So that's always an option and an easy option. You can also view the videos right there on YouTube. You can preview them there, so you don't need to actually go to YouTube, find the video, and then come back. So that's very easy. Another way is if you click the insert media. So you're still clicking that insert content arrow, but you're going to click image media instead. Then you can upload a file. Usually it's an MP4 video file. You could do sound files as well. So it's any video that you have downloaded. And I put there, I don't know if you're aware, but you can download Discovery Education videos. So you could download them and then upload them to Schoology. I'll show you how to do that. And then you also have, you can embed videos. So there's a lot of websites that have videos on their site. And instead of directing students to that site, sometimes they allow you to get an embed code and you can embed it right into Schoology. Okay, so let's look at how that actually looks. So this is my Schoology account. I've actually started just going to edit this. I practiced this earlier to show you. Okay, so here's that insert content button. It's that insert arrow, the arrow pointing in, and you can come right over to YouTube. So that's usually a very great option, and it's usually the one that people go for right away. So you can search. If you click the blue text here, you can actually preview the video first. And if you like it, then you can just click the gear right next to it and then just import as embed. So that means that the video is inside of Schoology. You'll see it comes up as this yellow box. All of their media, video media comes up as this yellow box, same as like a sound file. Once you click on that, then you get the resize arrows, so you can resize it if you want to. And then once you press save, then you'd be able to see that the video, like how it looks for a student. Okay, so that's just inserting a video from YouTube. So let's come back and edit. So that's our YouTube one. I'm going to enter down. Let's try one that I have downloaded. So click that insert content button again. Image media. So this is actually a video that I created. It's not one that I downloaded. But just attach the file. And mine, I left right on my desktop, so I'm just going to quick find it. There it is, MP4. Open, it uploads. And here it is. It's the second one. So you see this one's a little smaller, so I'll make this one larger. And let's save that one. So it does take a little bit, like a few minutes for it to download, but then it will show up right inside of Schoology. So we'll come back and check that one. Students shouldn't need to download it. If that happens, let's just refresh. Maybe it'll come up already. There we go. So all I did was wait, 30 seconds, and now there's the video. Okay, students shouldn't need to download anything. Let me just show you two. So let's go to Clever. Log in. And let's get to Discovery Ed. So we have classes rostering, just like how we roster into Schoology, we have classes rostering into Discovery Ed as well. So all of your students have access to Discovery Ed. So you can assign videos in Discovery Ed that students can then watch. Or if you're like me, I mean, I was an elementary teacher and I liked everything just like in one place. I would come into Discovery Ed and download the video that I wanted to show and put it in Schoology. But if you see, here's that assign button, you can assign it, like I said, right inside of Discovery Ed, and then send students into Discovery Ed. But here's that download button. So you can download the video, and then we would just do that same thing that I showed you. You would, it's as if then the video is saved on your computer, image media, and just attach the file. So that's how you would download and then upload a Discovery Ed video. There's also, like I said, so we did the first two. This is the third one now, using an embed code. So I found this site. This is history.com. This is like the history channel. Let's refresh. And there's a video. I found a video on here about Abraham Lincoln. It's just loading here. And I always look for the sharing arrow whenever I'm on a site that I want to share. So like YouTube, you have the share arrow. You could call it the share arrow or the sharing arrow. This site happens to have it. There's lots of websites that allow you to share their content. So once I kind of hover over this video, after it finishes loading, there is a share arrow there. So once you click that sharing arrow, so this one happens to have, it has an ad right in front of it. So let's just get through the ad. But once I click the sharing arrow, usually it's just a link. This one happened to have that embed code. There we go. So here's what I mean. So we have the insert content arrow. This is like the arrow that points outwards. So this is why we call it a sharing arrow. Click there. So there's the link. You could just share the link as if you just copied it from the URL at the top. Or here's what we want, the embed code. So copy that. I'm just doing Control Copy. We'll go back to Schoology. So click the insert content arrow, image media. Now it's not a file because I don't have it saved to my computer. It's from the web, it's from the internet, so click there. It's not an image though, and you can see if you look close, that is like a video button. So click media, and as soon as you click media, you have that word embed. So that's where we're going to paste it. And let's insert. So now we should have 1, 2, 3. There we go. So let's make it a little larger. Save. And so we have our 3 videos here. The one from YouTube, the one from the History channel, this is the embed code, and then this is the one that I created that I have saved on my computer. Okay, so those are all the different ways that you can insert a video. And anywhere that you see that insert content button is where you can insert a video. So I know I'm using an assignment, so I know it's there. I know it's in test quiz, I know it's in assessments, and it's also in discussions and pages. So anywhere you see that arrow, you can put in a video. All right, so let's talk about, we know you can get videos from the internet. So you have Discovery Ed, you have YouTube, you have teaching channel, TeacherTube, I don't know if people still use that. I use the History channel. I know there's videos on like, where was I looking earlier, like A&E or National Geographic. So we know there's tons of videos on the internet. Sometimes, though, we prefer to create a video ourselves. And I feel like we all kind of know about Screencastify. If not, it's on our website. If you go to the Help Center, you can find Screencastify. So that's a great way to make a video. But sometimes it's easier, like if you're doing a lesson, to just record that lesson. So one thing I wanted to show you was YouTube Live. So we're kind of using a portion of YouTube Live to record these webinars. I have these scheduled, so that's why we can share the link. It's a little more complicated, but they have this section of the YouTube's website that is called just Go Live, and it's very, very easy. So I was nervous to try it while I'm like using YouTube to do this webinar, so I created this short little video, and I'm going to kind of like talk over it. Okay, so this is your YouTube page. So make sure that you're signed in with your Red Clay Schools Google account. Then your videos will save to your Red Clay Schools account and your channel. We can make the videos private and unlisted so then no one sees you teaching. I have that set up so no one's, that I don't want them to, sees these webinars, like anyone outside of Red Clay. So make sure that you're signed in, okay? So my cursor is going over to, there's a little camera right there. There we go, it's right here with the plus sign. So as it goes over there, you see then you have 2 options. You can upload a video that you've created separately, or you can just click Go Live. So that's the one we're looking at, Go Live. And once you go live, you just put in a title. So I put in Lesson 5 Math, I think. Yep. So there are some different settings here. So public means that anyone can watch it. So they could search for your video and they can find it. Private means that no one can find it. Like even if you share the link, no one can find it. So I always have mine set up as unlisted. So that means that no one can search for it. It's not public. If you go to my YouTube channel, you'll see that I have no videos, and that's because all of them are unlisted. They're only viewable if you have the link. I would suggest unlisted. You could also do private, and you can always come back and change these. I mean, if you're just looking at the video and you're going to send it to Schoology later, then it's fine as private. So I chose unlisted. Here's where you could schedule for later, but let's just say it's math time. I want to record this lesson so I can save it and show it later. So you just press next. And this is like a thumbnail, so it takes your picture for the thumbnail. You'll see it's just using the webcam. And then you just click go live. Now, since you'll see the chat there, just like how you guys have the chat, but since this is unlisted and private, no one is able to chat. And you're not sharing the live feed with anybody. You're going to share the recording later. So it says going live. So this would be live. So right here, you'd see it says you're live. You'll see the time is going in the top left. It says live. You should have 0 viewers unless you've shared the link with other people. And then you teach your lesson. So I did this with a teacher in 4th grade at Richardson Park, and he recorded his whole lesson. So it was like almost 30 minutes long. But then we just recorded it, didn't worry about it, just left it go. And then later we can crop it. So he cropped it down to just like a 4-minute segment where he actually taught the skill. And then that's what he shared with his students. So when you're done, you just click end stream. So are you sure you want to end? And then this just shows like some information about the video. And I click done. And then here are all my videos. So make sure you're under the tab that says live. And as you scroll down, see it says live replay, lesson 5 math. So there's that lesson. If you click on the text, then you can add a description. You could add some information if you want to. You could change the title if you wanted to. Okay, so then you go back. This is where, so I scroll down. See it says unlisted, so I could change that later if I wanted to. And then see right there where I click the 3 dots. There it says get shareable link. So once you click get shareable link, that's the link then you could share with other people. So you could insert that into Schoology. You could share it with parents if you want to. Okay, so that's YouTube Live. I just wanted to come back here. Let's go. So your videos are located in the Creator Studio. So this is called YouTube Studio. So this is the dashboard. This is where I would upload a video. Let's just go to videos. So these are all my old videos. These are ones that I've uploaded. See, here's uploads. I'm going to click live. These are the ones that, well, this one's going on right now, but these are the ones scheduled. Oh, I deleted that one. That was earlier. But so here, let's click these 3 dots again. There we go. So it took a little while to load. There's that shareable link, but there's the download button. So that's if you want to download it and then upload it to Schoology. So you could do that as well. Okay. And within YouTube, you can crop. We talked about cropping videos in YouTube at our last tech night, and it's in the Creator Studio, so we can look at that maybe next time. I just don't want to run out of time, and I'll put some information on our website too, because I know if you just let the video play, you don't really want to share that whole entire thing with people, especially for students. If they're just going to like rewatch something quickly, and you only want to just show like the skill, they don't need to sit through an entire video. Okay, so now let's think about EdPuzzle too. So we talked about EdPuzzle at our last tech night, But I wanted to show that you can create videos in YouTube Live, download those videos, and then upload them to EdPuzzle. So EdPuzzle is a website where you can create video lessons. So you can use, when you get to EdPuzzle, just log in or sign up with your Red Clay Schools Google account. And then you'll probably be asked to create classes. So you need to have a class with your students in it in order to share videos. So this is my demo class. So let's go to the Students tab. And you can invite students a couple of different ways. You could have them enter the code. I like this idea, just putting this link again in Schoology. I'm always the person that it's like, that's the place where all my students are going to go. I'm not going to send them out to all these different sites. So they can either, they just join that way. So I would just copy this link. I'd put it right in Schoology. They click it one time and they join the class. Then afterwards, the teacher, would come to YouTube or EdPuzzle, and I'd make sure all my students were here, and then I would delete that link out of Schoology because I don't want them coming to EdPuzzle anymore. I'm going to embed my EdPuzzle videos into Schoology, and I'll show you how to do that. So once you get your students enrolled in the class, then you would go to this content button at the top. And you can choose one of the videos from EdPuzzle's channels. So they have YouTube. You see them over here on the left. Crash course videos are fun. They're kind of long, but they're nice. Khan Academy, National Geographic. So all of these options are here. You can search. Fractions always seems to be like my go-to video search. But then you can also add content. So if you click the Add Content button, here we go. Now you can upload a video. So you could take that YouTube Live video, download it to your computer, and then upload it to EdPuzzle. So once you get videos in EdPuzzle, you can choose theirs or add your own. That's when you would start making a lesson of the video. So let's just choose this one. So I'm going to edit this. And this is where you can crop the video, so you can make it shorter. Right? The voiceover is kind of a neat idea. You would record a voiceover over the whole entire video. So really just the screen plays and you would talk over the whole video. So I like this idea here. Explain a concept the way you would in class in your own style or maybe even in another language. So if you really like the video and the content, you could speak another language and record the video. Or explain it in your own way. Like those Khan Academy videos are sometimes not the way that we teach math or want our students to learn math. So you could use the Khan Academy video, but then explain it the way that our math curriculums explain how the information, so that students are getting the same information in the video that they got in class. So audio notes are different than the voiceover because an audio note pauses the video. So it would stop the video and then the teacher would say something like, make sure you pay attention to this part, or make sure you write down the answer on your graphic organizer, or something like that. So a voiceover works over the entire video as the video plays. The audio notes pause the video while the teacher talks, and then it would continue playing. And then you have quizzes. So you can insert these questions at various points of the video. I'm going to click this green question mark, and these are the types of questions you can add. So you have open-ended, multiple choice, which there can also be more than one correct answer, and then this is a discussion. So once it's done, you press finish. And I'm just going to back up to one of my classes and the assignments. There we go. So these are the videos that are assigned to the students. Let's try this one. And here are the questions. So here you would be able to see exactly what each student answered on each video question. So you can grade it. And you can see how students answer. So this is a great tool if you're into that flipped classroom model, because students would watch a video, whether it's you conducting a lesson or it's something that you found online, and the students are answering questions as they go along. You can also prevent skipping, so the students can't just skip ahead in the video. They actually have to go through and answer every single question before they move on. And then the teacher would be able to look at these responses to help them guide their future instruction. So like if students know all about amphibians, which happens to be the topic of this video, then the next day I don't really need to teach about amphibians because students already know it. I can move on to something else. Maybe we do a quick review at the beginning, and then we're going to do something else because clearly all the students know it. Okay. And then let me show you here where you would share these assignments. Here we go. So this is one of the videos I created, or one of the lessons. So here's that button, share assignment. So, and here is that embed code. So again, I would just take that embed code. Let's see how it looks. Copy code. Let's put it into Schoology. Let's just delete these ones. Insert image. Remember, it's from the web. It's media. Let's paste it right there. And save. So now this EdPuzzle video is inside of Schoology, and I'm not sending my students to EdPuzzle. They're going to just watch it right here. Sometimes there is a button here that says log in with Google. So students just log in with Google, their name, see my name's there, but the student name would be right there, and they just start the assignment right inside of Schoology. So they're going to answer their questions, and they don't need to go to an external website.